Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the and the Cleveland Browns. So the Steelers off. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And that is incomplete here. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, Oakley. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield.
27 interceptions.
Winner, ready to go with quarterback.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone, but he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So still a score.
How can you not get a yard?
But they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. That's complete. Hooper. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
From the 10, 1st and goal. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. North of 100 yards, the two scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the game.
Meeting with the offensive coordinator, what he told us.
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Oakley. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Dude, that's a block on
35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield steps away to his left. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to take on to their advantage.
There's not much is perfect in football. That's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's going to make it 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Oakland. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Oakland. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Operating from the gun, Oakland into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
This is total domination.
Seibert on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Miles Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Connor. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Third from deep in their own territory. They look to throw.
Come on, man.
Juju on the slant. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 96 yards.
Fucking 3rd and 15 from the 3-yard line. It's a slant.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low.
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is
Get off.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it. And we saw evidence of that right there.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. In the backfield, Adrian Claiborne in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And it's going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. That incompletion.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Al Landry. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on it. It's moving at a really high level. That's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps it right on the line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Throwing on 1st down, Oakland. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there. You don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than a ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1
every single time.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Oh,
And the
that's not what I
Steelers
wanted
pressure
to do.
too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Oh, the ball comes out on him. We'll say it's incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Come
on, man!
Back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So we have come to halftime, and what's... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
At the Steelers' 42-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll take this one down near the 15. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now it's starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And out across midfield down to the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
From the gun, Oakland to the right side to Eric Ebron.
Fucking learn how to tackle, man.
Inside the 30. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
They'll look to run with Connor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And this one through the uprights and good. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
To throw, Mayfield. Being chased out left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Let's go! excellent gain, 35 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Why can't he make that throw?
There, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's second down.
He was covered by Steven Nelson.
Now Hunt. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Mayfield looks to throw.
Fucking throw right to him.
Again with the interception, his 3rd. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
It was a pick 6.
This one back to the 37-yard line.
I do know. 30 picks on the season.
Ready for their next drive. They coming off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Oakland setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And his throw is incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he finds McDonald. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st and 10, Oakland.
Wide open.
Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought
Dude, they're going to
down.
make the ball game.
I don't think there's anyone who
Blowing
could
these dudes
possibly
out.
doubt
Fact
how
that
fast he
I've
could
thrown
run in
3
the
interceptions.
open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. On 1st down, it's Connor. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Operating from the gun, Oakland. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but still well short here with 4th and goal looming. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Browns defense stands tall. As you said earlier, this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Second and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard.
He dropped it?
52 to play. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Oakland incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Oakland, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short. From the gun, Oakland. Ebron's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. On first down, Oakland.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Oakland. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Going for it all. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Oakley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st and 10, Oakley. Buying time to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Oakley. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
17-34.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Oakley. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Boswell for the extra point. Down now to a touchdown. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. In the 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
I just got home from a long-ass workday, 12 hours, and I realized the brownies aren't on anymore until like
by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's
You know, that Steeler thing is...
It's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back.
Yeah, Miles is a cutie, but he's a lover too. Miles is a lover boy. Guys, don't mind my hair. I need a haircut. So I just cut my hair all the way off. So I just shaved my head. The dog's name is, that's the whole team. Cleveland, Cleveland baseball team. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. I don't know what they're going to call us. Maybe they'll go back to what we used to be called when they first came out. The Spiders, the Cleveland Spiders. George, I'm funny. Y'all awesome. Y'all are just awesome. No, gorge your hair. All right, bet. I'll take it all the way down. I did, you for sure. Thank you, bud.